Since the moment I moved to Myanmar, I feel a strong connection to this country. I moved here to Hlaing Tharyar Township in 2013, and I started my own construction company. Hlaing Tharyar Township is a semi-industrial township. Many people, they move to this township and they work in factories and they settle down. They are daily wage workers, so they work and they earn money that day and they use it. From the first moment I feel that they are really in difficult financial situation. After COVID, because of the restrictions, many factories they closed or they had to limit their activities. So these people start to lose their source of income. That makes us think that we need to help these people. But they're my neighbors. And when my neighbors are in trouble, I need to do something. And before the February 2021, we were doing individual help to people who need it. But after February 2021, when the whole country shut down, so literally nobody had job. So me and my wife, we visited these communities and we talked to the people. There was scenes that we could see and we couldn't take it. Like kids, they have no food and they have to eat rice water. When they cook the rice, there is some water remaining. They eat that one as a food, which is not food. It doesn't have any nutrition value. So that triggered a strong emotion and a strong feeling that we definitely need to do something. So we went to the community, we discussed with the people who we knew, and we asked, okay, what is the most urgent thing you guys need here at the moment? And everybody said food. So we said, we can give you cooking material, we can give you rice, oil, meat, and other material. So are you able to cook for you and for the neighbors? And they said, yes, of course. Some people volunteered, they said, you can set up the kitchen in our house. It wasn't programmed actually. It was just like a temporary help. And then it continued for a few weeks, 3-4 weeks, until we paid personal issue ourselves. Because banks were closed that time. We couldn't withdraw cash. We didn't have enough cash at home. So a friend suggested, why you don't put in the Facebook and why you don't ask help from people? And I said, okay, let's do that. So we put in the Facebook and we got lots of support from public. It was overwhelming. I mean, we couldn't believe it. And that is the turning point that it turned to an actual program. And since that moment, we are cooking and distributing meals in communities every single day. The food program was a temporary and urgent relief program. It is not a solution. During this food distribution, we saw more serious issues. So we find out that these temporary houses and these slums, they don't have access to clean water. And we came up with our next program, which was clean water supply program. So we basically do a tube well, deep enough to get to the clean water. We install an overhead storage tank, we do the compressor, and we do piping to households. So that was the starting of a very sustainable program. We have done around 60 projects of that kind in the community. We have covered one village fully, but still there are many places they don't have access to clean water and they are at risk of many health issues. So we need funds to build a clean water system for that places and for that communities. And we have recently built 2 water kiosks which are reproducing drinking water. So the bottles, the 20-liter bottles in market are 700-800 chats. We are selling for 50 chats. It's a non-profit water kiosk. And that is also one area that we need funds. First of all, to improve our existing facility. And second is to build more facilities around the Hlaing Tharyar and later around the Yangon and around the Myanmar. While we were doing the food program, so many kids, they come to me and they say, can you help us to go to school? That time, schools were closed. Later on, even when the school was open, many parents, they were not willing to send their kids to their school. So we discussed with volunteers and said, can you teach something useful to the kids? And one say, yeah, I can teach English. Some say, I can teach Chinese, I can teach Japanese, computer, sewing, haircut, crochet. that was perfect because all of them are either useful skill or they can start to communicate with the other parts of the world. Then we had the program about the location. So we discussed with the monastery in that location and they said, of course, you can use our space. So we top education center we set up there with 7 subjects we started and we register kids for free. We buy them stationaries, material and anything needed. There are tens of thousands of kids in Hlaing Tharyar that they need education and we are covering only 750 people in our 2 centers. We need to make new centers and that needs fund. Myanmar Kitchen is a volunteer-based organization. So everything we do is with volunteers. And all the funds come to us, it directly goes to the community. I'm not from the NGO background or anything. And I never had a plan to work like an NGO. But since it started, I'm really enjoying it. I believe from the beginning, I said, this needs to be done. And I don't have to sit here and think about the challenges and about the problems. If I want to sit and think about them, I won't start anything. So I said, we better go. We start, we attack, and then if there is anything, any problem, we solve it and we learn and we find a solution for that. Myanmar te zega me pyode bu, nene zega pyode dila. Jeno community ne kana duame. Oba bedu English lama lebu no, English zega me pyode bu. Jeno Myanmar zega pyode, assemblere dila. Te nam lebu dila. Nene. I wasn't thinking that I'm gonna stay here for a long time when we came here, but now I'm sure that I'm gonna live here forever. I'm not planning to leave because I love this country, I love these people here in Myanmar. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody who help us and who support us.